Hey, we're back, everybody. Mike Phillips filling in for Dr. Peter Glidden. The call-in line is 1-844-374-5433. We lost Raj. Raj, call back if you're still listening. I'd still like to get into it with you. I made you some big promises. Well, I don't know about promises, but I've seen it work over and over again. Like, it's amazing how easy this is. Like I said, 1-844-374-5433. Raj, give us a call. We got Celeste in Louisiana and Ann in Texas on deck. Hang on, I want to talk to you, but I want to cover just a couple of things first here about what we do. Now, I want to read to you from U.S. Senate document number 264. 99% of American people are deficient in minerals, and a marked deficiency in any one of the more important minerals actually results in disease. For optimum health, you need 60 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 amino acids, and 3 essential fatty acids. You got to have them. Now, in our view, 80% of diseases fall within 4 categories. I'm going to give you a couple of examples. All right. Now, lack of chromium and vanadium in your blood will result in a blood sugar imbalance. So what are you looking at with that? Well, you're looking at ADD and ADHD, which is actually a false diagnosis in the first place. So a hyper kid, basically. Adrenal failure, anxiety, bedwetting, bipolar, cardiovascular disease. I knew a guy that hung himself from bipolar just a little while ago. Nobody saw it coming. Depression, diabetes, dizziness, excessive thirst and sweating or urination, fainting spells, fatigue, hyperactivity, hypoglycemia, infertility, learning disabilities, memory loss, migraine headaches, moodiness, narcolepsy, night sweats, obesity, peripheral neuropathy. Now, that's just a few, and that's one category. Let's move on to calcium deficiencies. And for calcium, you also need magnesium, glucosamine, chondroitin, vitamin D. Remember, nutrients travel in packs. So let's say you got a calcium deficiency, bare minimum. You're looking at arthritis, back pain, Bell's palsy, bone spurs, bone fractures, brittle nails, calcium deposits, cartilage and ligament damage, cognitive impairment, depression, Dowager's hump, eczema, elevated blood calcium, high or low blood pressure, hyperthyroidism. How about that? You need calcium for your thyroid. Insomnia. I'd like to speak on that a little bit. When I take 1 ounce of OsteoFX before I go to bed, I sleep like a baby. I mean, you have never had such a good sleep in your life, and I'm not the only person that said that. I've talked to several people who have had the exact same results. Irritability. You know somebody that's a real pain, always a grouch, never happy? Joint pain, kidney stones, ligament damage, muscle cramps, spasms and twitches. If you're getting little twitches in your muscles, you've got a calcium deficiency. Nervousness, osteofibrosis, osteoporosis, panic attacks, PMS. You got a woman that's crazy? You know what to do. Prolonged clotting time, receding gums, restless leg, retarded growth, sciatica, spinal stenosis. It goes on and on. Now, that's just 2 of those categories. I'm going to go into the next 2 right after we talk to Celeste in Louisiana and Ann in Texas. We're going to start with Celeste. How you doing, Celeste?
Hi. I had a question. Well, I'm taking it went away. The Tangerine, the original.
Right.
And lately I've been tired. And Dr. Glidden he's been trying to do like little experiments. So late this morning, I got up and I took, yesterday I took my two scoops of Tangerine. I did 1 EFA. I did 1 selenium and an ounce of glucose gel, the liquid. And I was like lethargic, like want to lay down and just tired and all of that. And this morning I thought, okay, well, maybe I'll just start doing one, a few at a time to eliminate, because I couldn't understand which one was. I had eliminated the eggs, and that made me feel better, but I was still, tired. So this morning I got up, I did the glucogel liquid. I did an ounce of selenium. I did an ounce of glucogel. I did 1 selenium, 1 EFA, and I didn't do the tangy tangerine at all. I haven't done it at all today. And I have a little energy. I feel better. I don't feel like I want to lay down. I don't feel any of that. So could it be that I can't take that, or I need another regimen, or what?
Well, it's not hurting you. I'll tell you that right now. You're one of the first people I've ever heard tell me that you get less energy from it, and I would be prone to think that that's not the tangy tangerine at all. Mm-hmm. But okay, so how many days has this been?
Oh, just one. I just did this morning. It was just a brainstorm I had. Okay, I'll just start with the tangy tangerine. I won't do it. I'll do the rest.
Yeah, but wait a minute. Back up. How long have you been taking, how long has your little experiment been going?
Just today.
But before that, how long were you taking the products?
oh, this is my 5th week. This is my
fifth week. Okay,
go ahead.
You've been noticing this every day for 5 weeks, that you have less energy?
I wouldn't say, maybe that's the wrong word. Just I feel tired.
Okay. Well, you know what? If it was me, how were you before that? Did you have lots of energy before that?
No.
Okay, so to start out with, you didn't have much. And it's only been a month and a week, right?
Right.
So,
and my issues have been 10 years. So.
Yeah. So, and I'm guessing you were kind of in the weeds with things. So, with me, what I found is I kind of skirted around and took low doses of it because, like a lot of people, I thought that too much of anything will hurt you, and I didn't want to overdo it. So, I was just taking the 1 EFA a day and. Maybe 1 scoop of tangy tangerine, and I didn't notice quite as big a results until I really started doing it extra. And if I was you, I would go completely the other way, and I would add 2 more EFAs and extra 2 selenium. I'd take 3 of those each per day, and the 2 scoops of tangy tangerine, but drink it over the course of the day. Don't drink it all in one shot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I did that when I first got it, and it was nothing nice. I did 3 scoops of OsteoFX. I did 3 scoops of tangy tangerine, and I downed it in maybe 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And for the first hour, it was wonderful. All my pain disappeared. But after the second hour, I crashed. It was nasty. It was nothing nice.
Right. So you want to spread out that absorption. And just drink it over the course of the day. Are you following the 10 bad food list?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Good. So have you had any positive results? Let me ask you that.
Oh, yeah. The OsteoFX that you were saying a minute ago that makes you sleep like a baby, it really works just like that.
It does. I've got this lady that we started on it just recently, and I was talking to her the other morning, and she said that she overslept her alarm twice for the first time in 10 years because she was having such a good sleep and she's not used to it. So
you have to get that the first day. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, exactly. So, keep doing what you're doing and keep adding stuff in. It's not going to hurt you, okay? And like I said, if I was you, I'd go to 3 EFAs a day and see what you get, 3 selenium a day, and take that tangy and OsteoFX and drink it over the course of the day. Take a good drink once every hour. Don't just slug it down first thing in the morning.
Okay. What would I do for my 10-year-old? He's when he was born, he was 2 years old, and we found out that he wasn't hearing. He was deaf. And the doctor had kept saying ear infection. He would have maybe 20 to 25 a year. ear infection. So finally we just got fed up with it, and we took him to an ENT, and she said he was hearing underwater. And this had been a whole year. So now he's 10, but he acts like he's 9 because his words are jumbled, like he's talking in the wind. Because his vocabulary didn't develop at the age of 10 because he was deaf. And he's like irritable now, and they're wanting to say that he has ADHD, and he's in speech therapy.
Yeah, of course they want to say he has ADHD because then they can put him on drugs.
Yeah, no, they won't either. No.
Well, good for you, Mom.
No.
Yeah, that's the approach I'd take, too. I used to be a big anti-vaccine guy, and I'm kind of on the fence on vaccines. I still wouldn't let anybody give me one. But I got a letter from the school when my son was really young, and they demanded that I give him a vaccine. And, well, anytime you tell me you have to, that's when I kick back. And so I said no, and the school called me the next day. And they said, what do you mean you won't sign the consent form? I said I'm not signing the consent form. The next day, the health unit phoned me, and these people were just really digging in their heels, and I wasn't going to let them do it based on my convictions at that time. What I would do with your son, Celeste, is I would give him a half a scoop of tangy tangerine.
Okay.
1 ounce of plant-derived minerals.
Plant-derived.
And
is that the cherry mims?
You know what? Give them the cherry mints because it tastes a lot better than the plant-derived minerals. Same thing, just with cherry juice added.
Okay. 1 scoop. Okay.
Yeah. So what? Yeah, 1 ounce.
Tangerine and 1 cherry mint. Okay.
Yeah, and also give them a couple of EFAs. They're great for cognitive function. I mean, great. You take a bunch of EFAs, and you'll feel your brain racing. There's also Smart FX. Mike Phillip filling in for Dr. Peter Glidden. Celeste, you just stay right there. We'll come back to you after this, and then we're going to go over to Ann in Texas. We'll be right back. Mike Phillip filling in for Dr. Peter Glidden. We are live coming at you from Central Alberta up here in Western Canada, working with longevity and people, and it's great watching people around me feel better, lose weight, get color in their face, all the time. It's just wonderful. And the call-in line is 1-844-374-5433. And we were talking to Celeste in Louisiana right before the break there. We're going to go back to her. You got me still there, Celeste?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So I want to add one more thing to what we were saying there, Celeste. Try giving your boy 1 ounce of OsteoFX in a liquid form. Make that the Beyond OsteoFX.
Okay, I do that at night, and he gets up 5 in the morning.
Excellent. Keep doing what you're doing. Add those things in. See how he responds. The beautiful thing about kids is that they have a tendency to respond way faster than adults.
Yeah. So my husband he was diagnosed with prediabetes. So I got him the 2.0, the Health Star Pack. I do 4 scoops of tangy tangerine. No, I do 2 scoops for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I do 2 sweeties, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I do 1 ESA for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I do an ounce of Osteo FX at night. And I take his blood sugar, and it's still at like 127, 130. Then it goes back down to 111. It still stays in that range.
Yeah, so keep doing.
But 5 weeks anyway. So.
Yeah, that's only 5 weeks. Keep doing what you're doing. And let us know, Celeste. Call in because I'm really interested. I like hearing stories of people getting their health back, and I predict that that's what's going to happen with you. As for your son, take my suggestions. That's what I would do if it was my son. And let's help you get your health back and that of your family. Celeste, we're going to let you go. Thanks for the conversation. It was great having you on the show. We're going to go over to Ann in Texas. She's been waiting a while. Ann wants to talk a little bit about COPD. How you doing, Ann?
I'm fine.
Yeah, so have you got COPD, Ann?
Yes.
Yeah, how long has that been going on?
Oh, probably a couple of years.
So you have a real hard time breathing.
I used to smoke. And I'm using Spiriva, and I looked at some of the side effects of it, and I think I have some of those. I was going to tell you the prescriptions that I take, and then the supplements that I take, and see what I should eliminate and add of yours.
Go ahead.
Okay, Spiriva, Premarin. I've probably taken that for 35 years. Wellbutrin. I started taking that to try to quit smoking, and when I've quit taking it, it kind of seems like, and anyway, I go back to taking it. And then I take 2 Aleve a day, and sometimes I take Allegra.
Wow, you're taking a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but listen to how many of these other things. EDTA, vitamin C, curcumin, ultraminerals, azaxanthin, CoQ10, vitamin K2, vitamin D3, 10,000 I use.
Okay. Here's what you're doing, Ann.
Okay.
You are doing what is referred to as fractionalized nutrition. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You're not getting enough of the right things. Now, a lot of those things you're taking are good. Don't get me wrong whatsoever, but you need a whole lot of other things. If you remember me talking at the beginning here, there's 60 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 amino acids, and 3 essential fatty acids. Now, for you, for optimizing your lung function, we're going to focus in on a couple of things. All right? Now, and I want you to listen to me, Ann, because, like I said, I was a guy who, when I used to inhale, it felt like white hot, and my lungs felt like a rubber band that was old and cracking.
Yeah.
Right? So you know what I'm talking about when you get up first thing in the morning and every time you take a breath, you cough until you get to your inhaler.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're going through, but I'll tell you what, it's a bad memory for me. And I hear the music, Ann. That means we got a break coming up. I'm going to put you on hold. I'm going to tell you how I got my lung health back and how you can do the same thing. Mike Phillip filling in for Dr. Peter Glidden. We'll be right back, and we're going to bring up Mike in L.A. Coming up. We're back live. Mike Phillip filling in for Dr. Peter Glidden. Call-in line is 1-844-374-5433, and the reason that we do this, we're a dedicated group of people that have actually come back from massive health problems ourselves, pain issues, heart, you can't imagine what I've seen. We got Ann in Texas on the line, and she's having troubles with her lungs. Now, Ann, for the break, I was talking about, some of the problems that I had growing up.
Right.
And what happened with me is I had asthma when I was a kid, right? And then it kind of went away for a while, and I became a teenager, and I started smoking because everybody else was, and it seemed like the thing to do.
Right.
And over the years, I found the same thing that's happening to you happening to me. I never got diagnosed with COPD, but I've known enough people that have it, and that's exactly what I had going on. Now, we want to concentrate on a couple of things here. Remember, I told you there's 60 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 amino acids, and 3 essential fatty acids. You need specifically amino and fatty acids, and lots of them. When I started taking about 9 to 15 of the EFAs a day, I noticed a major difference in my breathing, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Not only that, but when I started taking extra ultimate selenium, selenium is essential for lung function. That's just how it is. Now, along with that, okay, you're going to need a couple other things, but the EFAs are part of what's called a Healthy Start Pack. All right, you're going to get a canister of Tangy Tangerine, a bottle of Beyond OsteoFX, and I want you to order extra EFAs and Ultimate Selenium. How much do you weigh, Ann?
About 106.
106 pounds. You know what? That's great because this is based on 100 pounds body weight. So, how did you hear about this show, Ann?
Read your book.
Oh, okay. You know what? This isn't Dr. Glidden. He's the regular host. I'm filling in for him today. But
I knew you were. What is your name?
This is Mike Phillip. I'm up in Western Canada, Central Alberta.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. Now, listen, if you need help getting hooked up with these products, have you got a pen?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to give you a phone number. I want you to call that number, and they're going to show you how to get these products at cost and show you how to eliminate a shipping fee. How does that sound, Dan?
Sounds good.
All right, the number is 1-800-705-6892. Once again, that's 1-800-705-6892. You call that line and you're going to get a member of Team Glidden, and you tell them exactly what I said. 1 Healthy Body Start Pack with extra EFAs and 2 bottles of Ultimate Selenium, and let's see if we can get your lung health back. Now, also, I want you to really focus on the 10 bad food list. Have you been on Dr. Glidden's website, Ann?
Yes. And I pretty much am on the good foods.
Okay, well, you're off to a great start because you're going to find that your lung function is a lot better without the gluten in you as well, and you don't need the free radical damage from the fried foods and the oil in a bottle. So the better you can follow that, the more results you're more likely to have, Ann, and I really want to see you get your health back. Call that number. A member of Team Glidden will be there. We'll help you get hooked up with these products, and keep in touch with the show and let us know how you're doing. Sound good to you, Ann?
Yes, but I have another question. What about all the other things I take?
Here's the deal with the medication.
Yeah.
What I found was that I just needed it less and less, and I started cutting back gradually until I just didn't need it anymore.
Okay.
Now, granted, you're on a few more than I was. I was using Symbicort and another one, but what I found was that the less my lungs hurt and the easier it was to breathe, I just started cutting back. And then, it was like a habit before I left the house, I'd grab my inhaler. And all of a sudden, I realized one day I was out away from home doing stuff, and I hadn't even grabbed it, and it didn't even matter.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was a gradual slide into it. So, with the nature of some of the things you're on, the products I've told you about, not one of those is going to actually cause a bad reaction with a drug. If anything, the drugs will start working better.
Okay.
So if you start feeling better and you want to get off the drugs, then what you can do is just call your pharmacist and let them know what's going on. Tell them you're starting to feel better and you'd like to cut back. There's a 65-year-old lady in the town that I live in, and she was overweight, and she had a walker that she needed to walk around, and she was on oxygen. Okay? Now, I got her on a few of these products, and after 3 months, she lost 30 pounds. She ditched the walker, and I never expected this, but her doctor brought it up. She went to her doctor one day, and he was looking at her numbers, and he said, you've got more oxygen in your blood. I think we're going to wean you off your oxygen.
Huh.
So, yeah, that just came out of left field. So, when I tell people that I've seen absolutely amazing results with this, and the stuff that I've told you to get is more than what she was taking. She was only taking like a half dose.
Yeah.
So,
okay, well, then like the other supplements I'm taking, curcumin and CoQ10, all those, will I still need to have those?
You know what? Don't throw them out or anything. Keep taking them because they're just fine. But see how the longevity does, and you might be able to just cut it right out of your budget. CoQ10 is a good enzyme. There's no doubt about it. But you're going to get lots of vitamin C. You're going to get lots of everything you need for your lungs with what I just told you. So, keep taking what you're taking. It's not going to hurt you.
Okay.
But there might come a time when you can just eliminate it.
It won't affect the effect of the tangy tangerine or any of those things?
No.
It won't affect their ability?
No, absolutely not.
Okay. All right.
Okay?
Sounds good.
All right. You take care, and I'm going to let you go, and we are going to go over to Mike in Los Angeles, California. Mike, I wish I was in Los Angeles, but I tell you what, we get about 3 good months a year, and I'm in the middle of one of them right now. How you doing, Mike?
Hello, can you hear me?
I hear you just fine, pal. What's up?
Hey, great. Yeah, I have a lady, she's a Chinese lady, she's 86, and she has candida, and it shows up in her leg, in her foot. So I don't know what that is. But I recommended for her like a Healthy Start Pack with Cell Shield RTQ and selenium. And she says that the issue there is the BTT is too sweet. And she's scared it has sweetener. I said, no, it doesn't have any sweetener. Everything is natural.
Yeah, here's the deal. The first Beyond Tangy Tangerine had 1 gram of sugar per serving, but the new Beyond Tangy Tangerine 2.0 has 0. Okay?
Yeah, that's what she's taking. She's taking 2.0.
The new one. That's good. Now listen, there's a couple other things we can do here. All right. What she really wants is a healthy blood sugar pack. Okay? Because what happens is there's a buildup of sugar in her blood and microbes feed on it. Okay?
So healthy blood and heart pack, right?
Well,
no, sugar pack. Yeah, the one that has sweeties.
Yes, get her on the healthy blood sugar pack. Now, also, if you can tell this lady if she can get some colloidal silver, okay, get as high a parts per million as you can. All right, now around here we can get about 5 in the health food store, but what people do is just go to a vet and get 100 parts per million, all right?
Okay.
Now, I want you to tell her to put that on a tampon, okay? All right, now tell her to do that. Now, colloidal silver is a great antibacterial. What it does is actually knocks out the center on a microbe that allows it to breathe, and they suffocate within about 6 seconds.
Wow.
Yeah, so that'll give her a little bit of comfort right there. Get her on the healthy blood sugar pack. Have her avoid all sugar in her diet until she starts feeling better, all right? You got that written down?
Yes, but she says the candida shows up on her foot.
Yeah, you know what? Get her on that healthy blood sugar pack and see what changes.
Okay, now
and if you can get a spray bottle of colloidal silver, spray it on the foot.
Okay. Now, for the tampon, that goes on her private parts, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great.
Most of the time, candy is the issue there. All right, Mike, spread that along.
Okay.
And let us know how she's doing. We're going to let you go, and we're going to go over to Dawn in Pennsylvania. Dawn, how you doing?
Having me on. Calling about 8-year-old son of mine with undiagnosed, I guess, disease or lack of nutrition, whatever, but they're calling it a factor H deficiency of some sort. They don't know exactly which sort, and I'll tell you what they do. What happens is when he gets a viral type illness, not so much like a bacterial, but like a viral illness, his platelet levels go extremely low and cause all kind of havoc. If they go super low, you get into kidney problems, seizures, stuff like that. So to prevent that, they do mega doses of prednisone, and they do fresh frozen plasma and check his levels until he gets better, and that's it. So I'm wondering, what pack do you recommend, or, doses and stuff? That's the reason for my call.
Okay, well, you know what? That's tough having a sick child, and I'm really glad you called. Now, these products are absolutely safe for children. I'm guessing he's just a little guy at 8 years old.
He's about 80 pounds. I ordered some stuff today, and that's what prompted me to call. I said, you know what, let me call, because I can always tweak the order. I said, I ordered them the Ultimate Classic, I think, and the Osteo in a liquid form.
Okay, yeah, give him those 2 things. And also, you want to boost his immune system, right?
Yeah.
So I would even go with a little bit of colloidal silver every day for him, just to give it that extra punch. And not only that, but you want to add the EFAs and the selenium. I would give him 1 EFA and 1 selenium tablet per day.
Okay. Okay, I got the multi-EFA because I called them and I understand they're a tad bit smaller. I got the big ones and I'm thinking he can't plus. So the multi-EFA, same one? I don't know if it's the same dosage in the multi and the standard. Okay, one of them and one selenium.
Yeah, and if I was going to go the same route, instead of the Ultimate Classic, I would use the Beyond Tangy Tangerine 2.0 and throw in an ounce of cherry mins. It's the same as the plant-derived minerals, but you want to get some minerals in that little guy, and he's just going to love them. I had my aunt was babysitting her granddaughter, and she noticed that she was limping around the house and walking on her tiptoes. So she gave her 1 ounce of cherry mints and a glass of orange juice. She went to go home, and the little girl was walking flat, and she asked her, "How come you're walking different now?" And she said, "My foot quit hurting after you gave me my orange juice, Grandma." So, I mean, just little things here and there. And like I was saying earlier on the show here with that other caller, children respond really fast to this stuff. Don't I hear the music? That means we got a break coming up. Our last segment, and I'm going to hold you over. I want to talk to you a little bit more about this little guy. Mike Phillips filling in for Dr. Peter Glidden. We'll be back after this. Welcome back. We're live. Mike Phillips filling in for Dr. Peter Glidden. Last segment of the show, we were talking to Dawn in Pennsylvania before that. But before we go back to Dawn, I'd just like to let everybody know TeamGlidden.ca is there to help you out. If you got questions, you want to order product, you want to join our team, get the health back of your community, your family, your kids, whatever, yourself. 1-800-705-6892. Once again, that's 1-800-705-6892. Now, Dawn, before the break, we were talking about what to give your child, and I got to thinking during the commercial break there's already selenium in the Tangy Tangerine, so let's just deal in half doses of everything for this guy because he's only 8 years old, and I'd like to see you give him 1 scoop of the Tangy Tangerine, 1 ounce of OsteoFX, and 1 EFA per day, and just see how he does along with the cherry mints, okay?
Okay, any dosage on the cherry mints?
Yeah, about 1 ounce a day.
Okay. And then we were trying to avoid the powder. I do the powder, I can carry my bottle with me all day, but the kid, I was trying to give him the liquid. So instead of the 2.0, is there a liquid version you'd recommend or just the standard Tangy Tangerine liquid version?
I don't believe there's a 2.0 for that at all. So, he would have to, what you could do with that is, if you or mom are with him all day, you could just give them a little bit with each meal, adding up to a scoop, you know what I'm saying, over the course of the day and just stir it up for them.
Okay. All right. So we'll do that.
That's what I would do. Like, I'm a big fan of the Tangy Tangerine 2.0 because of the probiotics that have been added and the prebiotics. And it's just, as far as I'm concerned, the Tangy Tangerine 2.0 is just the absolute way to go. Now, I want you to make me a promise, Don.
Yeah.
I want you to call back in and let us know how this child is doing because I predict you're going to see great things. And all over the world, there's people that have a sick child right now listening, and they're wondering, is this going to work? Well, I have absolute faith in what I'm telling you, and I would like them to hear your testimony about how your son is feeling better and doing better all the time. Sound good?
Sounds good. That'd be great. I hope I can do that. And can I ask you one more thing? Any recommended dosage on the colloidal?
Colloidal silver, just a little bit, about a teaspoon, but make sure you don't put that in a metal spoon, okay? You want to use a plastic spoon with the colloidal silver. Or you could even just, you could just put a little bit in his juice, too.
Okay, just mix it in there.
Yep, and that'll boost his immune system and kill any nasties in his blood.
Okay, great. Thanks so much.
All right, Don, you have a great day. Thanks for calling. We're going to let you go. Well, it's been a great show. We talked to a lot of people, and I'm telling you right now, I believe in everything I've said. I've seen it myself. Now, the only way that I've seen it not work is because you get somebody that's stubborn, doesn't want to listen, doesn't want to cut out the 10 bad food list, or thinks they know more than Dr. Glidden. All right, now Dr. Glidden practiced for 25 years and did not see the results that he saw as soon as he started using Dr. Wallach's products. And if you think you know more than Dr. Wallach, you're just a damn fool. You're fooling yourself, and you're fooling yourself into an early grave, and you don't have to do it. I mean, over in the province of Ontario, they got this big controversy. They're going to cover the cost of this cystic fibrosis drug, Kalydeco, and it costs $350,000 a year. $350,000 a year. Okay, now Dr. Glidden's fond of saying the most expensive treatment is the one that doesn't work. Now I'm going to read you one paragraph out of Dr. Joel Wallach's biography. Having discovered and identified the first animal models for cystic fibrosis monkeys, he found out that he could reproduce their condition at will because it was a nutritional deficiency. His find offered great promise for children with the disease, but when he made it public, the Institute fired him on 24-hour notice. Get the right information. Get your health back. Put money in your pocket. Longevity, we're here for you. Thanks for listening. Mike Phillip filling in for Dr. Peter Glidden. I'll be back next Friday, God willing. God bless America. God bless Canada. And God bless you.